We want the scorpion. Yep. Let's make our way up to this clock tower. Ow. Yeah, you get him, Demon Familiar. Even though you missed. But I also missed too, so I guess I can't really complain. I feel like I'm not doing as much damage now. Oh, you know why? Because I took off the Moonstone. I was like, why is my damage severely nerfed? And that is why. Alright, so what else do I got? Increase MP restoration rate, increase heal powers, ring of holy powers, ring of Ares. Let's do Ring of Pails. This is it right here. Clock tower, baby. Last area left in the castle. So you can go up or down, actually. I was gonna go down and fight the Skull Lords, but we're probably gonna fall down there anyway. See? Alright, so you see how I'm doing? Even though my attack is 53, how I just did 23 damage to those skulls? That's because I got the Mormagil equipped, which means that I shouldn't be using that. So instead, let's switch over to... I could use the Holy Sword. I think I want to use... What does the Holy Rod do? Nah. I think the Holy Sword is our strongest weapon right now. See, what's a cool weapon I haven't used? I just want to look at my weapons real quick, you guys. I'm sorry. Shield Rod. Holy Rod. Two-handed weapons. The S-Stock is the strongest. Followed closely by the... Oh, the Claymore is actually stronger than the S-Stock. Huh? I'm gonna equip the Claymore. It doesn't have a... Oh, it does have a special ability. Back forward. Does like a lunging strike like that. Pretty cool. Fairly powerful weapon. I also want to grab the axe for this part. Alright, so this is actually a very big room. So we have a lot of exploring to do in this room. So let's go take him out first. And then as you jump on these pieces of bridge or whatever, they're going to fall down and break, see? There we go. Let's jump up here. We get the Dark Shield, which we are not going to equip right now. Oh, why don't I just... I'm such an idiot. Why don't I just do this? Oh, the Shaman Shield. I'm sorry, my bad. Not the Dark Shield. The Dark Shield looks very similar. The Bekatola and the Ice Mail. The Ice Mail, not really that useful for us right now. And the Bekatola, I think, is also the same kind of deal. Not really that useful to us at the moment. I think that is a sword. Yeah, plain easy to use war sword. I don't think there's anything special about it either. So pretty much, you know, just make sure you're exploring as we fill in this room in the clock tower. You'll see that there's an opening up here that we can go to. There's also a cross right there if you want it. I don't really like the cross sub-weapon with Alucard. Not really a big fan of it. Let's turn to a bat. And over here, we get Fire of Bat, which lets us shoot fireballs as the bat. And now I want to switch to my Bat Familiar. Because, while I'm in bat form, when I shoot a fireball, so will my Bat Familiar. And that's going to be really helpful for if we encounter any type of aerial battle that we have to fight up here. I don't think we will, though. Again, just making sure you fill in all the gaps. See, we missed one right there. Let's fill that in. In the meantime, you get to enjoy the clock tower music, which is awesome. Alright, so let's fall down this way. Nice. Now, this room, you can enter from top or bottom. I like to go from the bottom. That's just me. So, the reason why I say save the clock tower for last is mainly because of a couple of things. Like, you'll notice that this room is full of water. If you don't have the holy snorkel, you gotta be careful about that. You know, you need the bat to even get here. Stuff like that. Oil comes in handy. So, we're going to make our way up here. Also, you're going to get constantly bombarded with Medusa heads. So, what I'm actually thinking is let's go equip the combat knife because it's nice and fast. Even though it doesn't really have the range, it'll at least allow me to not have such a delayed attack with the claymore. We're also going to leave that dagger behind because the axes are actually better for taking out these harpies in this next room. Oh, and we lost the axe. Alright, so you're going to come in these next two like towers. You're going to come to these things on the wall, and you got to listen closely. These gears here, because we're going to hit it until it clicks. There we go. See that, like, click sound? Literally sounds like someone closed a briefcase or something. That's the sound we want to happen. Alright. And they all don't take the same amount of hits, too, so you gotta really judge it carefully. And also, be careful there, because you'll land on the spikes. And the spike breaker armor will not help you against those spikes for whatever reason. Let's go into the next room. And then same thing, we're going to climb up this room, take out the harpy first. Okay, there's one more up here. Crap. Now, you could also equip, if you want, the Miracurus. Oh, did that click? I didn't hear. Perfect. So drop down, and this way over here is now opened up. You get the steel helm, the gold plate, and the star flail, all of which are pretty good stuff. Let's realize I don't have a shield equipped yet again. All right. So first things first, star flail. Let's go check that out. It is a club. It is not the strongest club. Well, actually, I think it is the strongest club that we'll have access to right now. It's not as good as any of your swords, though. Shield. I want to equip the shaman shield. And then the gold plate, not as good as the walk armor. We're going to keep the walk armor for right now. And what do we got? Crystal cloak. Is the crystal cloak better than the elven cloak? Let me look at my stats here. Yeah, that'll what? Increase our constitution by 1? Why don't I have that equipped? That's weird. Alright, whatever. And then we also got the steel helm, which gives us 3-point boost to defense, but you know, I actually just like that intelligence boost so much, I am not going to equip that one. So this is the Star Flare, by the way. As far as I know, it has no special ability. Because back forward doesn't really do anything. Down up, nothing. Quarter circle, nothing. Half circle, nothing. So yeah, we'll roll with this for a little bit. Make our way back up this tower. Deal with that harpy. Do a little super jump action. Alright, now over here, we can actually break that wall. So let's go ahead and do that. And here we meet my nemesis, the flea armors, yet again. Is there only one in this room? No, I didn't know there was more than one. I was gonna say, I remember this room having like 3 or 4 of these. Yep, here they are. Perfect. Make sure we filled that room in. Press onward. Jump up. Here we get the Cloaked Knight. Now the Cloaked Knight can actually drop a pretty cool sword. Not really useful in the sense of it's tremendously better than everything else we have right now. But it is kind of a fun weapon. It will be probably your first weapon that falls into the category of throwing 1. I wanted to see if I could get him to drop it real quick. So, actually, I'm not going to bother because we are going to fight a bunch more of them later on. And we'll have a better chance instead of grinding the same spot over and over. Oh. Alright. Oh, crap. There we go. Cool. I'm moseying right along. Hey, look, it's our old nemesis, the Sword Lord. Except when you kill him now, he turns into a Vandal Sword. And I believe he drops a very unique weapon. I don't remember what it is, though. Now, some of these walls over here are breakable and have some items in them. So, I don't quite remember which ones they are off the top of my head. So my recommendation to you is just do what I do and just swing at every single one. Let's check over here. Nothing. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Make sure we're filling in this room. Awesome. There's a pendulum over here that you could waste your time with swinging back and forth on, but you don't really need to. And if you don't need to do something in life, there's no point in doing it. Come over here, break this wall. There we go. We get the healing mail. And the healing mail is an item. Well, it's a piece of armor that sounds amazing, but actually sucks. It says it restores HP while walking, but it's at such a slow rate that it's honestly not worth it at all. Awesome. Let's keep going. I think this is breakable. Yep. Shuriken. Nice. And now we run into the boss over here, Karasuman, who is actually, in later games, I believe called Malphus, which is a demon that's associated with ravens. And because it's a demon, we're going to want to equip holy things, so the holy sword worked just fine against him. And we'll see that we absolutely wrecked him. Awesome. Life max up. Let's keep on going. And that about covers the clock tower. So, I think that's everything. Except for the castle keep itself. So you know what time that means. It's time to, number one, save the game. And we're going to go and take on the boss. And you can probably guess who it is. I would hope. If not, you need to be paying better attention to the plot of the game, because I don't know what to tell you at that point. Easy way to do this, just honestly super jump across it. I would rather have the dagger. So,
I've been waiting for you.
Answer me. Why is a Belmont planning the resurrection of Count Dracula?
Count Dracula rises but once every century, and my role is over. If I can resurrect him, then the battle will last for eternity.
alright, so there are two different endings that we can get. You can fight Richter and kill him, and you can also, instead, if we equip the holy glasses Maria gave us, you'll see that there's a weird green orb up there that we can attack instead. So, if you were to fight Richter, what I recommend is you equip Mormagil, because its dark damage will do extra damage to him, because he's weak to that. On the flip side, if you wanted to fight the orb instead, equipping the Holy Sword or the Holy Rod will actually not damage Richter at all because he's immune. So you don't even have to worry about accidentally damaging him and win the fight that way. I also recommend you put on the Holy Mail because Richter's attacks are mostly holy based. And from that point on, it's just a matter of hitting the orb. As he kind of just beats the crap out of you. See, and if I try to... Richter, please. Richter, please. Richter, please. Let me get out of the corner. This isn't Smash. You don't need to be this way. Ooh, that actually hurt a little bit. Okay, alright, Richter, come on. Here we go.
You've defeated me, but all is not yet lost. The resurrection of Count Dracula is at hand.
Yeah, whatever you say, Shaft. So.
No. What have I done?
Thank you, Alucard, for saving Richter.
Alucard? The same Alucard who fought alongside my ancestor, Trevor Belmont? That was over 300 years ago.
No time for small talk. Is the person who controlled you in that castle over there?
Yes, I think so.
Maria, take Richter and leave here. I'll finish this.
All right. Good luck.
Alright, so there's a little bit of a confusion here because remember, there's CG cutscenes that are missing. So one of them that is missing is pretty much after we destroy the orb, an entirely new castle is revealed. And this is called the Inverted Castle because it's pretty much the one we were in, but upside down. But because we don't get that CG cutscene, we miss out on that little detail. So that line is like, is that guy in that castle over there? And you're just like, what castle? Over where, Alucard? The fuck are you talking about? You smoking crack? Alright. So, we have completely finished with this castle, as far as I know. I probably missed a room or two. there's nothing I can do about that right now. My brain doesn't remember it. Like I said, I'll eventually come back after we beat the game entirely and see, alright, let's say we're at 199.7%, then I will painstakingly consult the map and go through each room and see what I missed. But let's go back to... Oh, there we go. Let's go back to the inverted castle and play through that. So this is the inverted castle keep. I'm gonna pick up holy water, which I would rather have the dagger. Get the zircon here. And what we want to do is we want to come down here and check out this room over here, because as we hit these, pretty much all of these things are full of life max ups and heart max ups. Except for that, we get the bastard sword, which we are going to equip. Actually, no, we're not, because it's actually not as good as the holy sword. I want to put back on the claymore, I think. Just so we can get a feel for it. Really appreciate it. Nice. Royal Cloak. Let's go equip that too. That'll boost our defense up, boosting our con up a bit more. What do we have for gold, by the way? Not a lot. That's alright, we'll make it back. Whoops. Yeah, so sometimes now with the inverted castle, some jumps are a tad more difficult. Just because of everything being upside down. And hey, we got the skull shield. Alright. Not gonna equip it right now, but that's kind of a rare drop. I wasn't actually expecting to get it right now. But hey, I'll take it. And I'll show you the skull shield and what it does with the shield rod. I also gotta show you what the shaman shield does. The shaman shield does with the shield rod. Now with the inverted castle, what I really recommend you frequently check the map as you're exploring it. Mainly because, number one, everything's upside down, it's a little confusing. And number two, by the nature of it being the same place but upside down, it's very easy to miss spots that you wouldn't have missed on the regular map. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to turn to a bat over here. Fly this way. Explore this nook and cranny. I think one of these is destructible. Oh, I thought we could pass through that. I guess not. Oh, this is the one I'm thinking of that we can go through. We can get an iron ball. It's a usable item. Heal that skull lord. And we want to super jump up this way. Get that garnet. Now, if you remember, there was a breakable wall in the old place, old castle, right here. And over here we got my favorite weapon, the Sword of Dawn. And what this sword does, if the game didn't freeze, is it's a two-handed sword. And it says it summons Dawn Warriors. And this is what it looks like regularly. It's just a regular two-handed sword. But, if you press quarter circle forward, it summons soldiers to fight for you. I don't know, I just like it. And it summons a random amount each time. So sometimes it'll summon just one, sometimes it'll summon like an entire army. Takes a little bit of MP, but you have a lot of fun with it. Yep, keep going. I'm just gonna super jump because it's a little faster than the bat. Making sure I filled in everything. Cool, and we're gonna go this way first. Drop down here. Pick up a library card. Alright. Let's save the game. Because we got a couple of options now.